Welcome back to my third collaboration with my boyfriend, Scott Edwards, over here.
Hello, Andre.
Hi, Scottie.
Glad to be doing this again.
Yeah, I agree, and this is something that I've been waiting a whole week to do. We kind of just planned this a little bit at random, and I know his birthday's actually a month old yesterday, his first posthumous birthday. Prince. I think when we first started talking, along with Michael Jackson, Prince was one of the artists that we really did a lot of commiserating about, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Prince was one of those ones.
Yeah. You told me about the first Prince song that you heard and where you heard it. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that?
The first Prince song I heard was when I was in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I was walking by what used to be Capitol Records building there. I had my headphones on and those little old-fashioned little transistor radios.
Yeah.
And I heard the song Controversy. And I had never heard anything like that in my life. That song was just... It was so different from anything that I'd ever heard.
There was only like 4 tracks on it, it wasn't a full thing,
Yeah.
It was just, and Prince's sound, he was the guy who put together the Minneapolis sound. He basically condensed his music like audio condensed juice, He was using the synthesizers as the horn section and all of that. And I think the first album we're going to talk about here is probably the epitome of that. And it's the double album, 1999 from 1982. Where did you get this album, Scott?
This actually came from the RCA Record Club when I joined.
Okay, so this is a Record Club album. I don't know if you can see close up to that. If we go up there, it says in that little eye right about here, The Revolution. It's backwards, Prince and the Revolution. And that's the back of the album.
It is tagged manufactured for RCA Record Music.
Is get a Record Club tag. The lyrics to the ninth song, 1999. I was dreaming when I wrote this. You want to take this out and see the sleeves?
Sure.
I had this double album, but I got it on CD, so I gave it to my dad. Here's the lyric sheet. Prince and the Revolution. There is Brown Mark, Bobby Z, Lisa Coleman, Matt Doc Fink, and Des Dickerson, and Prince. And I love this label, Prince's eye staring at you on every side, all 4 sides. Talk about a record looking back at you.
Yeah, that was one of those things.
And there's Prince on the bed. It's kind of an iconic image, dabbling in watercolors.
Mm-hmm.
His little purple trench coat there. And more lyrics, and record label's the same. So what are your favorite songs off the 1999 album?
I think the favorite is Delirious. It's
Yeah.
one of those tracks that wasn't released, but I don't know. That song was just...
Yeah, it's like Minneapolis rockabilly, and that's the great thing about Prince. He had that sound with the synthesizers and that drum machine, but you could listen to it and say, this is old rockabilly stuff. That's what I heard when I first heard it. It's just, he could make the old new again. There's an article in a magazine I read called Wax Poetic. I think you'll get a kick out of this, and this kind of goes with what I said. It said that in a lot of ways, Prince was actually hip-hop. And if you look at it, he actually kind of was, kind of making old stuff new again, like sampling, only he did it with instruments, and, I think he was hip-hop without even realizing it. And, there's a lot of Record Store Day stuff from this year, isn't it? And you went to Record Store Day.
I did go to Record Store Day, and I went specifically for all the Prince stuff.
Yeah, and this is one of them. This is the 12-inch single of Bat Dance, a repro. And it's got some different remixes on it, I think.
Yeah, it's got a couple different remixes of Bat Dance, and also has 200 Balloons.
Yeah, that's kind of a... 200 Balloons is kind of an extended
Standard.
mix of that. Yeah, standard Warner label. It's a
Warner
repro.
label.
These are Record Store Day repros. This is all announced to be coming out. They're Prince, so... I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. Another repro from Record Store Day this year. From Sign of the Times, originally.
Yeah, it
Second...
has special editions of Hot Thing.
Great
B-side.
remix, by the way. I hope the more they get Prince stuff on YouTube, I hope that a lot of younger people today will hear these remixes and see how wonderful Prince's music was. And there's the Paisley Park label, a little Paisley. I Wish You Heaven from the Lovesexy album. You know, I don't know if I told you this about this. You know, I always wanted the whole Lovesexy album on vinyl because so many of the CDs, especially the first pressing of the CD, all 9 songs were on one cut. You couldn't separate them. And, you know, it's nice to hear them outside of their context. Is there any remixes on this?
There are remixes on here, yes.
There's like some poem or some lyrics and stuff. I think. I don't know if it's...
And the B-side is...
This is still sealed, is it?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
B-side is I Wish You Heaven Parts 1, 2, and 3.
There you go. I have this one. My parents had this on a 45 version, and I have this on the 12-inch version, and so does he. This is Kiss.
Kiss, Prince.
And I believe...
You get this at the warehouse in Machias.
You get that in Machias, yeah. This was a major thing for him. You know, he had Purple Rain and then Raspberry Beret. And a little trivia, that is actually not Wendy Melvoin. That is her sister... Susanna, who Prince was dating at the time, and they were identical twins. And she's wearing, it looks like, one of Wendy's outfits.
I always thought it was Wendy on the back.
Oh, it's Susanna. Prince had a major crush on her. I love Her Money. Prince had that sped-up chipmunky voice on that. That was actually one of the cuts of the movie. And now we're into the land of 7-inch singles. Little Red Corvette, picture disc.
This was another one of the record store day vinyl releases for this year.
I have never seen a 7-inch picture disc, and there's another picture of Prince on the other side. It's the 1999 picture.
Yeah, this is the B-side.
Let me do a close-up. Ooh, extreme close-up of Prince. Mountains. I just got this for myself. I love the song Mountains, and I love this extended mix of it. And Alexa de Paris. That's like progressive rock. I mean, this whole thing is just amazing. Where did you get this?
I got this at the warehouse as well. And that's the first time, though, that I've ever noticed that there's a heart right there.
Yeah, there's a little heart. I think on the outfit it's probably red. You know, Prince would often wear like this Zorro outfit. He'd have one little piece of color on it. And there's Lisa and what looks like a drawing of Pagliacci, giving her a very interesting expression. I'd love that picture to come to life, you know. Prince always had those little photographic moments. Parade, 1986, right? Where did you get this?
This came from the warehouse as well.
A lot of these came from the...
Yeah, back when I was living in Machias, that was my place that I could buy vinyl.
So that was your little record haunt there.
It was my record place.
Yep, you want to pull that out and see? It's like, it looks like a card almost, you know, like you play cards with. Like Prince is the Joker, which actually in one of his videos he would be, wouldn't he?
And that was Bat Dance.
Yeah, that was Bat Dance. And I love this middle. There's a lot of people on here to see the Last of the Revolution. There's Prince. There's Matt Fink. Can we go up on this side a little bit? There's that Lisa thing with a little messed up looking clown there. And there is, I think that is Bobby Z.
Bobby Z, it says here.
That's Bobby Z. And let's see who's on the bottom. We got Susanna again. I don't know why she's in Wendy's place, but that's Susanna. And Brown Mark. And I think this is the last album the Revolution actually recorded. Claire Fisher produces. I love this album. Christopher Tracy's Parade, New Position, Mountains.
Standard. Oh, no.
Oh, it has a kind of a custom Paisley Park. I don't know if you can... Yeah, I think the Kiss single is like this too. It has Paisley Park on the white. And the CD is kind of printed like that. And I have the CD too. And now we're back to another Record Store Day repro. And this is Party Man. Remember we were talking a minute ago about Prince being the Joker? I think this was a video of the Joker makeup, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, Party Man. So this is 1989. The remixes of Party Man on this?
Yes, sir.
There's a standard Warner label by them. There's no more Paisley Park.
It has the Purple Party Mix.
Purple Party Mix. And the Party Man Music Mix. And on the other side, it has the Video Mix. And Feel You Up, Short Stroke. One of Prince's clever little titles. And now we're going to go back to Pop Life, one of my favorite Prince songs. I just love that bass pop he gets. He sounds like Larry Graham on that. This is one of my... And, you know, he recorded this for Purple Rain. You know, I never realized that. He recorded this song for that album, but never used it. I guess when Vanity was in the film. This is another repro from Record Store Day.
From Record Store Day.
It's a little piece.
It does have a really cool mix of this song on it.
Yeah, I know. I gotta either get this or borrow this.
And
oh,
again,
custom,
special custom label.
Custom label, and it's super psychedelic Paisley from Around the World in a Day. I don't have that album on vinyl. And the B-side is Hello, 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 Hello. I don't know if I infringed on some copyrights there, but that was a song about Prince explaining why he wasn't at USA for Africa, actually. We're against hungry children, our records stand tall. I didn't violate copyright. Raspberry Beret. Where did you ever get this? This doesn't look like a repro.
Stickers like that came from Sound Source.
Sound Source.
That was a Sound Source album.
All the singles from around the world in a day. I have this on 12-inch. I think I've showed it to you before.
Yeah.
7-inch. If you look at them, they're all segments of the album cover, and they just magnified them. Like you said, that's the bottom. Is this the long video mix where it has the guitar solo in the beginning and little Prince coughing?
Yeah.
Kind of same label
I'm
as.
pretty sure that's the mix it's on.
Same label as. If you buy the Ultimate Prince CD, which is out now, you can actually get some of these 12-inchers on that. Even if you have all the Prince stuff already, go buy it. It's a cool set. And here we have the original print of Sign All the Times. We were together when we got that, didn't we?
Yes, this was from Portland.
Yeah, we were a little antique shop there, and this was there. And is there anything special on the vinyl on this? Or?
This one.
And the standard issue Paisley Park. But there's some Peach and Black. That was the whole thing of this album. Call it Peach and Black. Call you taken aback. Paisley Park label. Just more pictures.
This was one of those records that I wasn't expecting to find there when I found it.
Yeah, I know. There's more Peach and Black stuff. That was they had an opening party for that album. Everybody was wearing Peach and Black. There's Prince right there. There's glasses on it. I looks like it looked good in glasses, actually. Prince was about to turn 30 when this album came out, and he did that song "Forever in My Life" on that he played at JFK Jr.'s wedding. There comes a time in a man's life when he gets tired of fooling around. I always loved that on that. Great album, Sign All the Times. Here's the single, 12-inch, Sign All the Times. Another record store day one. The picture before. I think there's a remix on this too.
Yes, this is a remix.
I love La 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 Hee Hee. Prince. Paisley Park, yeah. I'm not sure, but if I look on the back of that album, is that Cat trying to disguise herself as Prince? I think that is Cat trying to look like Prince. Yeah, she's got his guitar, she's got his haircut, she's got his glasses. That's Cat in drag. Okay. Cool. I wonder if he was trying to impersonate her too. Who knows? We're talking about Prince here. So, anyway, that's all we got for Prince, I believe.
That's it for Prince right now.
And, if we find any Prince on vinyl, we just, of course, he snags it up and gets it. But anyway, thank you for doing this with me, and I know we have a great enjoyment of this. And I'm so glad you have so much in your collection for Prince and so many fun things to see. And until then, we both wish you happy music listening and peace. See you next time.
Peace.